community plan at its essence is really all about trying to make things better for local people. We're really focused in on improving wellbeing, be that social, environmental or economic wellbeing. And we do that through working in partnership. So you see the public sector, and that's places like your council, health, housing, education, all coming together and working with local people and with local communities to write a plan that's all about improving things and improving the local places that we have.
As a chairperson, I'm really proud of the work and the commitment of the range of partners that we have around the table. We have taken the concept of shared leadership very seriously within our partnership, and many of our partners have stepped up to take leadership roles within the subgroups and the working groups of our partnership.
I found out about the programme through another entrepreneur who had successfully set up and grew their business through this programme. Through the programme, I received one-to-one support from the CITO Centre, and I also received a grant to help start up my business through the ABC's Enterprise Pathways programme.
There's a good survival rate for businesses, there's new businesses starting, but on the other side of that, there are challenges connecting those people that are most excluded with regards to accessing new jobs that can pay enough for people to survive. And I think throughout the cost of living crisis, there's maybe additional pressures going on some working families in that way, and we are seeing some of those challenges.
People now are at the table who day in, day out are involved in dealing with people who are in crisis, dealing with people that are struggling. And we are now, because of this process, because of the help of Seamus and his team, we're at the table on those conversations. It's brought organisations together.
I think that the cost of living crisis has really affected people significantly. Having come out of COVID, where there were a number of crises that happened, and food response was one of the ways that our community right across the borough responded really well to needs. We saw youth clubs and sporting groups and different organisations coming together at that time and responding quickly and effectively to the needs in our communities.
We know from our work that the people have a strong sense of community. We have a very healthy and rich community. We need to keep working at this if we are to build and strengthen the connections and other partners in the public service and businesses too.
We know that good mental health and wellbeing is a priority for many of the people who live in our communities. While we're pleased to see that many of our health indicators have remained steady over the last 2 years, what we're keen to improve on is the number of preventable deaths and to close the gap in health inequalities that still exist. We're working together across all sectors to continue to focus our efforts on improving health and wellbeing across the ABC area.
We've based our Promoting Good Mental Health and Wellbeing Action Plan on the Take 5 Ways to Wellbeing. These are evidence-based actions that enable people to take very small steps often to improve their mental and emotional well-being. And under those themes, we have led on a number of actions as a partnership.
I'm a part of the Move More group in the Craigavon area and the Banbridge area. I thought my days of fitness was over. I was a very fit, keen cyclist, and to get the diagnosis of breast cancer, I just thought my journey of life and fitness and being part of a group was all over. But you have that network of friends that are there to support you and encourage you and be behind you on your journey. And when you're having a bad day, you know you have that of the Move More group, and I would recommend it to anybody.
We introduced participatory budgeting through our subcommittee. We started very small, and what we wanted to do was really see how people being involved in the decisions that we make, how that would land with the community, and then what difference it would actually make.
Soccer after schools was absolutely great. You got to develop your skills, play with your friends, enforce teamwork.
I do think children should have a say on how government spend money, because we should all have a voice.
I think everyone should be heard, and the government should, listen to children what have to say.
Place is one of the 3 central themes that we're working on. Since our last statement of progress, we have developed ambitious place plans for our towns and our city, and we have developed a place board which I chair to drive forward this important work.
The Armagh Place Plan was the very first plan to be developed, followed by the Banbridge Place Plan. These plans start with the place and its people, and there's been extensive engagement with local people throughout their development, and this partnership approach is continuing into delivery. Over the last 2 years, we have seen improvements in high street vacancy rates and the number of buildings at risk being saved. However, we know that we still have work to do to increase the number of people who see their town centres as safe and welcoming for everyone, and to increase the number of people who are engaging in arts and cultural activities to help people connect with their place.
To have the community voluntary sector around the table with the statutory sector is a dream come true, because it shows meaningful partnership and collaboration. And that has been a huge milestone, and for it now to becoming a reality is definitely something we can all be proud of.
Our community planning partnership has just recently submitted in November 2023 our statement of progress for the past 2 years. Very detailed, a lot of actions in it, but the work doesn't stop there. So as a planning partnership, we've already got together and we're thinking ahead to the next 2 years. There are increasing challenges facing our community. Higher levels of poverty, challenges around housing, issues with education, health, well-being. So all of those things we need to continue to work on as a partnership.
As we review our plan at the midway stage, one of the most important things that we want to do is make sure that we focus on engagement. One of the things that has been successful for the partnership is the listening that we have done to all of our partners, all of our stakeholders. We want to continue to do that to make sure that all of our outcomes, all of our actions are still what they need to be and where they need to be, that they are relevant. So we will make sure we do that moving into the final stage of the delivery of our community plan.